Is this the calm before the storm? A little bit later today, you can see that we have the Fed interest rate decision, and most people are anticipating a no interest rate hike, where the minority is expecting a rate cut tonight. So is this the calm before the storm, and can we potentially see a reversal from the price of Bitcoin where we are right now? Let's go and analyze the price of Bitcoin and also go and determine where are those critical levels that I'm watching from a trading perspective. Also, legends, I just checked that our ranking here on the competition, with a link down in the description, we are now at number 6 spot. So we are slowly but surely climbing the ladder here to the upside. If you have not joined, there are still 12 days left for this competition. Legends, it looks like we might be winning over here. It would be great to see us here in the top 3. Okay, let's see how this goes. Link down in the description, legends, under exchanges bluffing. By using this link down in the description, you can go and sign up and also qualify for that insane 15% cash back. The money that you transfer into your features account, you will get 15% cash back. So for $1,000, you will get $150 cash back by leaving your money there. But why not just come and trade with us, and we can share this amazing prize pool of $300,000. To register for this competition, legends, also second link down in the description. Go sign up. If you're an existing user, you also qualify for the 15% cashback. And then to sign up for the competition and register and be part of the Bitcoin Census community, go and select this link, register for the competition, and let's go and kick some butt. Let's go and analyze the price of Bitcoin together. Okay, looking at the price of Bitcoin over here, I'm on the 8-hour time frame. Let's just take stock of where we are, okay? From a range perspective, when we look at the range that we are currently in, you can see that we have tapped the value area high over here to perfection, where we are currently finding downwards momentum. So, legends, from a larger time frame perspective, we have to acknowledge that we have tapped the top of the range over here, and we could potentially see a deeper correction here to the downside. Also, what is concerning from a higher time frame perspective is that we've lost the point of control of the range, which signifies the most amount of volume was traded during this area over here, and we are now currently trading below this area. So the one scenario that I am looking at, legends, is, and I'll zoom into the smaller time frame so we can go and have a look, as a potential creep up here, okay, and then we reject inside of this zone, failing to reclaim the point of control where we could find downwards momentum, coming to claim the liquidity here below these lows. But is this the reversal in the making over here? Let's go and zoom into the smaller time frames and see where we are. Looking at Bitcoin here on the 1-hour time frame, you can see exactly where we found support. A beautiful tap here of the daily level. Also some local bullish CVD building up, which have now played out. And now the question is, can we find upwards momentum? Okay, we have to acknowledge that we have found some support. Okay, I also like the 3 peaks here, 1, 2, 3, a little bit of bullish local CVD building up. So definitely a possibility that we could still come and sweep the lows, get acceptance back above, and then go up here to that point of control that we've lost. And then we have to compete with this range low over here. What makes this range low so interesting is if I take the scribble here out the way and I just zoom into this structure over here, and it's all just a game of probabilities. But when I take a fib here from the high that we've created to the low, you can see that I have another untapped daily level over here in perfect confluence with the 0.618. Okay, also together with the range high over here, or the dead cat bounce, usually what happens is we're either going to find upwards momentum here where it will look like we are reclaiming the point of control, only to reject when we hit this 50% fib level and also tapping the range high for the first time. The rule for the range high is what you would like to see is for price to move away. Okay, tapping this level multiple times increases the probabilities of coming to fill the entire inefficiency over here. So we can even go and tap the daily level, get acceptance back below the 618 and also the 50% fib level, where you basically leave that wick behind. You get acceptance back below, where you're now forming a high, a lower high, and we could find more continuation here to the downside, coming to fill this inefficiency, because we've already tapped this range low here multiple times, which increases the probabilities to come and fill this entire inefficiency over here, which we have not done yet. So this is definitely a scenario that I'm keeping an eye on. We have not filled the entire inefficiency. We could still make a lower high where we start changing market structure for continuation here to the downside. Also, when I then zoom out, legends, let's just clean this up over here, okay? When I zoom out into the structure, go onto the 4-hour time frame, you can see when I take a fib from the low to the high over here, okay, definitely a possibility that if this scenario plays out where we find strength here to the upside, but we reject here by the daily 618 50% fib level, bearish CVD building up, and we find continuation here to the downside, I will definitely be keeping an eye on the 0.83 and also the 50% fib level over here. What is beautiful about the 0.83 over here is that you're going to claim all that beautiful liquidity below these lows and potentially make that double bottom, okay, for a reversal and continuation back to the upside. If we lose this level, no signs of strength or proof of support, then the 50% fib level has perfect confluence with the value area low that I've just shown you on the 4-hour time frame, where we have the value area high, we have the value area low, we reject here by the point of control, failing to reclaim the point of control, and we find continuation and perhaps a bounce at the 382 or the 50% fib level. It would be very interesting, everyone watching the CME gap over here, expecting a deeper dump here to the downside. I have just often seen when everyone is waiting for a gap to be filled, you're either going to front run the level or you are going to break down, okay, and scare the market and create fear and panic where people start selling off, and then you get the bounce back here to the upside. So also a very interesting daily level here at $57,315 if we get some bad news, especially considering the interest rate decision a little bit later. Also, what is interesting, legends, is that I would not be surprised, okay, and I think this is going to catch a lot of people off guard. We do have some bullish CVD between this pivot and this pivot, okay, of which the target is the high. So definitely a possibility that we can find support where we are right now, okay, and go find upwards momentum, break through these levels with high green volume kicking in, flipping it into support for continuation here to the upside. If we do find that unexpected explosion here to the upside, the area of interest that I'm looking at is this untapped daily level here at $73,127. What would be interesting about this scenario over here, and I want to see how price is going to react when we get to this daily level, is that we will basically be grabbing the liquidity above the double top that we had that formed here during 21 May and 6 of June. Okay, so you're basically grabbing the liquidity above these tops over here, and then potentially we reject here by this daily level for then a deeper correction here to the downside. Also, what I found interesting over here is when I go and compare when the last FOMC meetings took place, you can see a couple of meetings ago, it created the bottom where we had a massive explosion to the upside. Okay, the next meeting, we basically just consolidated, but we still found upwards momentum. Here we found the bottom. Here we found the top where we got downwards momentum. What is going to happen this time around? Is the local bottom in where we're going to see continued upwards momentum to that daily level that I've highlighted? Or is this going to be the top where we're going to find the reversal back to the downside? So interesting to note that during the previous meetings, it's either signaled a bottom or a top for continued momentum to the downside. So the question is this reversal time where Bitcoin is going to find more upwards momentum, or are we going to make that lower high for a deeper correction here to the downside? Thank you so much for watching. Remember, the 15% discount by signing up and depositing money into the Features account is for a limited time only, and it's not going to last. So make sure that you participate. Come and trade with us where we can share that pool of $300,000 for the winning team. Hit the like if you enjoyed the alpha, subscribe for future notifications, and until the next one, cheers for now.